What's up, Average Dad fans? Welcome back to another video. And no, sadly, this is not clickbait. I have been inundated with Instagram messages, comments, emails, with links to articles talking about the potential cancellation of future Oppo and Vivo foldable phones. Well, I've done some digging, I've done some research, and I've got some news. Let's go. So, the news broke last week, and I've known about it for a week now, but I didn't want to make a video because, well, at first I thought it was all nonsense. Some rumour that had spread like wildfire, and ultimately I just poo-pooed it. Transpires that it's now coming from multiple sources, including some within Oppo itself. So, the rumour, as it is just now, is that Oppo and Vivo are pulling out of the foldable phone game in the Chinese market. Now, reason being is Huawei exists in the Chinese market. Now, I'm not proud and I don't feel vindicated, but I have said for a long time, Huawei make the best foldable devices in terms of hardware, cameras. Their software's bloody good as well, folks. It just doesn't work in the US or European markets as well as it does in China. And it shows. Huawei sales of foldable devices is like 10, sometimes 20x that of any Vivo or Oppo devices. If you visit China, you're going to see a lot of Huawei phones. So that's part one, the Chinese market. What Vivo and Oppo don't do is release global versions of their foldable phones. And I mentioned in my Vivo X Fold 3 Pro update that it's not going to be global. However, OnePlus does exist. So it's not all bad news, because after doing some digging and research and looking at forums and asking questions, it 100% feels like the OnePlus Open 2 will still be a thing. So fear not, we're still going to get the OnePlus Open 2. So just to confirm that this year, it's not going to have too much of an impact on foldable devices. But it does leave us in a really weird situation going forward. I say us, mostly me. I love foldable phones. You know that. I've owned basically every single one to this point. So what am I going to do? If companies like Oppo and Vivo are pulling out of the foldable phone market, does that help us globally? Does that mean that Google, OnePlus and Samsung are going to just take the reins and run with it? No, I don't see how. Look at what Samsung have created for the past few years. From the Z Fold 3, 4 and 5, it's been the same device with tiny incremental upgrades. The reason we have the OnePlus Open pushing some barriers is because Chinese brands like Vivo and Oppo are making amazing devices that companies like Samsung and Google have to try and beat. So the fact that we're now talking about foldable phones potentially moving from a Chinese market and going fully global, that's now done a full 180 switch to actually, we're not going to release them even in the Chinese market anymore, because the sales just aren't there. And that disappoints me very much. So this is an ongoing situation, folks. Not clickbait, true story. Oppo and Vivo, as it stands right now, are going to pull out of the foldable phone game. OnePlus, it seems, aren't, but how long will that last? If you do a Google search of OnePlus Open sales, Google Pixel Fold sales, the numbers ain't great. And if you are a flip phone fan, that counts for them too. The Oppo Find N4 Flip might be the last one you see, and the Vivo X Fold 4 Flip might be the last one you see. So, yeah, not great news coming from me today. Apologies. The one thing I will say is, though, does this open the door for Huawei to go more global, to take advantage of this space, to finally work with Google again? Don't know. I have a very skewed view and ambition for the future that Huawei and Google will sort things out. America and Huawei will be fine, and we will get a Huawei Mate X7 maybe a couple of years with full Google support, and that will be a good day. Because make no mistake about it, I've said it before and I'll say it till the cows come home, Huawei produce and create the best foldable phone hardware on the planet. Hopefully you've enjoyed this update. Actually, no, you're not going to have enjoyed this update. Hopefully you found this update No. Hopefully this update hasn't depressed you too much. I hope you can still go about your day and you're going to be okay. If you need to call someone to speak about this, I'll leave my No, I'm joking. I'm not going to leave my phone number. But what I will do is be available in the comments section if you've got any questions. And yeah, let's see what the future holds. Until next time,